and ngikhula ngilang and ekasi hlala ntwana yami ngomela udlala basketball. And trust me, I really wanted to play basketball. And unfortunately, there was nowhere to play basketball. And I always tell people the reason why I never played basketball is because there was no Soweto Basketball Academy. It was not easy to start, but once we started, the maintaining was tough. Like, there was a time where, you have to be the coach, you have to be the administrator, fundraiser, the operations manager.
Welcome to the Game Changers Sports Podcast. I am Dlamini, the dribbling wizard, Inja Ye Game. This is a platform where we shine the spotlight on the unsung heroes of sports, the guys that are working behind the scenes, making sure that your athletes always perform in tip-top fashion. I've got with me today a visionary, a leader, a mentor, and a coach. He is the driving force behind the Soweto Basketball Academy, changing lives one bounce at a time. I am joined in studio today by Coach Mo, as most of them know him, but he is Monwabisi Dlamini. A warm welcome, my brother. Thank you so much for honoring us.
Man, thank you so much for having me on your show, man. I'm really excited about this, and once more, nyabo.
No, bonga tina putwana, bonga tina man. I'm fascinated by names, especially in our culture. What does your name mean, and who gave you the name?
So my old man, apparently when I was born as a young man, he was not there. And there were a couple of names that he wanted to give me.
Okay.
But I think I came at a time where he needed something to lift him up, something to give him, something is a Monwabisi to make him happy.
Yeah.
And essentially, when he got the call that I'm born, it just gave him so much joy. And hence he then said Ndingu Monwabisi.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Beautiful man. And do you maybe, when you reflect now, do you feel ukuthi igama that has sort of followed you journey?
No, I definitely feel that I'd like to believe and think that people that are around me feel that I do make them happy, either by the work that I'm putting in. I know that my community loves what I'm doing. And I do believe that name has definitely folled me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Soweto Basketball Academy. It's easy to assume ukuthi you are a native yasemsotra.
Yeah.
Where is home? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in White City,
Okay.
Jabavu, also in Orlando. So Soweto nje, like if I can tell you, Nkulela, I'm born in Central Western Jabavu, Sonta Ezola. I went to like a lot of sporting activities in White City. And eventually my parents got a home in Orlando, and that's essentially all in Soweto. So you find a lot of people, Soweto, as big as it is, there's Amakasi Ahlugen, and there's different cultures within Amakasa different.
Oh,
and,
yes, true.
I mean, Maukulele Kenza being Jabavu, and njengoba ngisho bengisonto, my Sundays, my weekends were spent Ezola as a child, and culture different, Orlando, same thing, Orlando East specifically. So all those different flavors, those Soweto, and obviously there's other dope neighborhoods in Soweto that we have that I either have friends there or ujolile lapho. So like Soweto for me is something that it's everything for me.
Yeah.
Because that's really been my beyond university, like education yami yonke ngithola la. So that's what it is for me. So it was like everything for me.
So when you answer that question, just one name, because for someone like you who has gone and done izinto ezigrowth, you know. As people bamakasa different, we like to claim abantu. So do you normally say uphume Kenza or uphume London?
Uphume Soweto. Uphume Soweto, like it's
you
a,
know,
it's
of course it's kurikuri so abantu base London nabase Kenza ukuthi intwana yethu ikhulela la.
I mean, you do have those conversations. People there, like everyone, like the people that have abafagi like him, you know, and I do love acknowledging them, and the reality is that ni product ya wonke umuntu. It's not. It wasn't just one side or one neighborhood, and it's really what made me. Like one thing is we as ikota ikomnandi with all the without the different flavors. So mawoni product ephelile singaclaim ukuthi hayi no le kota le mnandi ngoba ichips laseKenza, but the reality is khona acha khona ispice khona, you know, what makes
all collected from
so different. Hence I'm saying Soweto. That's what it is, and this is why I'll always just give my energy, my life to Ikaslam, because I'm really proud of what we've done and what's also possible for Ikasleto. So
Soweto and basketball, they are not usually talked to in the same sentence, you know. How do you meet basketball?
So here's a very interesting thing. Angazi ngayidlala basketball. I promise you. Never played basketball. So this is how it goes. Nkula, I've been a sports person. I played soccer, even played rugby. Actually, esports opened so many doors for me. I was fortunate with myself going to a better school in because of sports. And met so many people, did so many things through sports. And Nkula lang and ekasi I'm going to basketball. And trust me, I really wanted to play basketball. And unfortunately, there was no way to play basketball. And I always tell people the reason why I never played basketball is because there was no Soweto Basketball Academy. I got, when I got an opportunity to it was just post my matric years, and it was like,
so this is about 18, 19 possibly.
So I come from a very competitive background where if you're a sport, I am playing to be the best, because in all the other sports that I played, that was the whole objective. And I realized there's no way that I'm going to compete in a 10. And then now I figure 19 or 18 trying to...
You were still...
Because my objective
at that time,
sports is to be the best. And I realized, when I fell in love with basketball, like I was like, I wish I had known the sport. Perhaps, hopefully, maybe if I was a teenager or young, I definitely would have been amongst the best, because I'm a very competitive person. And the next choice I had was either uyadlala and be mediocre, or I still do play now, right? But the next thing was to say, I don't want Intwane Pumek Aslam, who grew up in the same situation as me, to find themselves under 18 to discover what I believe is the best sport in the world. And the next natural thing to do was to then start the academy, and that's how I started the Soweto Basketball Academy.
Sure. So do you start the academy, do you find a structure, or you just had to start from the bottom?
Started from
players and facilities.
So it was really, so the facility to Yasich above, Ikaslam. It was, I know Ngobu Pumekas now, you've seen that facility. It was a dilapidated facility when I came in. And it had, that's the first basketball court in Soweto that was ever built. And it had such rich history where you'd have like the biggest basketball stars playing there, and it got to a point whereby it was dilapidated. On the court.
I remember that period because my high school years, so it kept there.
Sure.
So I've seen that transformation from it being top. I think Sprite was affiliated with it at the time. It top, and weekends you see there's activity there. Then years later, I'm like, what happened here? you know, that was obviously before you came in. So when you came in during Lisa's Katis,
so once it was dilapidated, and it just dawned to me with so that's where I actually found basketball. Because when I went to that facility, the objective was not to play. It was, we saw the facility, since I've always wanted to just fix things. Like I saw this with Taman. Because, and once again, I understand with having a space, so good to see as youth, spaces grand last corner, you know. For me it was that. And I got there and I was like, no, just long as one. Then I started playing. And from the first time, I will never even forget the first time I shot a shot again. Trust me, it's the one thing that you wish every child magafika. You wish I record, because it's, people don't understand how amazing it feels, because you know the feeling. It feels so great to see a kid and them just celebrating that. Good basketball, when you score a basket, you don't you know, spend 10 years to celebrate. Good basketball, we don't celebrate. But with with junior basketball, especially with kids abash, when they score their first baskets, it's like so emotional, because it's like you understand le feeling what it's beyond pleasure. It's something in and for me, that was the one thing that just drove me to be like, you know what, if I could play the sport. And then while working at it, you realize that, man, you're not going to compete, because the next skin or go rugby, and I've been playing this all my life. We understand what it's in. And I was like, it was just clear game. Wow, I've played all these sports. It's clear to me, and this is a personal thing. Basketball is the best sport for me now, like by far. For different reasons. And to have not played it as a kid, for me, I feel like I was robbed. But to be able to give other kids the opportunity to play it, I'm blessed for that.
It sort of has made up,
you know, it's
for the lost time. Which year was this when you started?
So it was, we started the academy in 2013, and this is just a few years after I started playing. And if officially we started 2013. So this is our 12th year this year.
Sure. So over 10 years of this.
We normally say over 10 years of basketball excellence.
True, bro. Take me through the process then. Obviously, you've started the academy. I don't know if that's the simplest part. I think the simplest part is starting everything. Maintaining. I don't know which was the toughest for you. Cause
I think you're quite correct in saying the toughest might be maintaining, because I think also is something that a lot of people struggle with.
Oh yes,
and especially when you don't know where to start. With us, there was we had a few Amakrotman who were around who had basketball experience. And they somewhat put our foot into the space to say, no, in the country currently, this is where basketball is. And something I've never said on screen is, when the moment I realized where basketball is, I lost my mind. I was like, how is it that the people that have been part of the sport have allowed the sport to be like this?
To be where you were told that this is where the sport is.
And I was like, guys, this is, I'm still saying, the best sport in the world. Regardless of what's happening at the top, wada. I mean, if you look at Itiski, we can complain or not complain about Isafa and all, but Itiski on the ground is alive. Itiski on the there's activity, there's structure, you know, all. And I don't know if it's to credit it to the mother body, but the reality is that whether bangatak na safa kusasa, I tell you now, siyogcwala kwamahlobo, siyogcwala en because that's how much we love the sport. And I feel like go basketball, that's what I just got there. I was like, and it also made me like, it just inspired me to say, okay, mabalale. And for me it was really that, because there's just too many excuses, but no solid reasons why basketball is where it is. And for me, it's like, continue with the excuses. Tina will just keep building. One brick at a time, even if it takes us one brick a year, it's fine. We'll keep building. And that's always been what we are trying to do and we are doing. And no matter how long it takes. I mean, for us to be on this platform it's just because of the work we've put in, you know.
Of course.
And we appreciate such, because then it means that and through this platform too, there's more people that are going to see the work that we're doing.
No, definitely.
So for us, it's really been, it was not easy to start, but once we started, the maintaining was tough. Like, there was a time where, you know, you have to be the coach, you have to be the administrator, the fundraiser, the operations manager, and all that, all at once. And you get used to it, especially, like, I mean, when someone is starting something like a podcast, and you really believe in the product, you don't mind doing all those things.
Exactly.
You really don't.
Become the
but in reality is
the
that
host,
the
producer, everything.
You do everything, and because you love it. It gets to a point where when the entity has grown or is growing, and you realizing that, you know what, for us to do more, we need more people. We need a team, and that's what it became. And I mean, it did not happen overnight. There's been a lot of years where we really have been struggling, especially with regards to human resources, getting the right people. And I can say right now we're at a position whereby I'm confident that there's someone else doing something that I used to do the whole day. At the office, someone who and I'm confident they're doing a great job at it.
Once you started, how was the interest? Because that's the thing. Sometimes if we are not exposed as a community, then there's an assumption that there's no interest, you know, from the people within the community. How was the interest or response, because obviously to start this you need players, you need human resources as well. How was the interest from the community?
The reason why, or the moment it hit me with this thing is growing, or it's going to be bigger than what it was at that time, was the numbers of kids that we had coming. I think what people, and I don't know what's for that, but have been extremely deprived from sports. There's no school sports. And remember, I'm a product of that. And when I see the reality of things, yes, but trust me, it does not exist. It is to take a box. Athletics to take a box. There isn't any school sports. And a program just highlighted that so much to me, to say there's such a need for sports, not just the basketball. And one thing I appreciate about the basketball is because it's a team sport, yes, but it also caters for both male and female.
Oh yes.
Unlike traditional Kasi soccer, does not have many females, right? And you find also with netball, there is males playing netball, but it's seen a different way. You know, there's like a stereotype is with so you find that at schools, this girl netball, it's basketball. They feel like they've done enough. And to be honest, it's such a disservice to our kids, to the black child who it's absurd.
Bruh, you know, Lento Ishoyo, I went to buy this tennis racket. Brought it home. I think our tennis balls were I think I call it short. I'm 7-year-old. He's just been bouncing this thing all the time. You know, and you see the natural interest. You know, there were other balls. There was the rugby ball, there was the basketball, but he was just inclined to bounce in there. And it got me thinking, and I'm like, tennis court, I had to think about it. If it was a soccer field, it's just up the road. There is a soccer field, you know. But lento ishoyo lento to being deprived of amanyama sports. I understand it fully. And the only one I could think of is the one that's down the road from you guys. Arthur Ashe, exactly. You know, and I'm like, Mara, why, Buffett? You know, so I get it fully, you know, when you say Leon Toleo, and it's amazing. The numbers that you guys pull, it's always busy from Abu Pikinini and
that's very intentional from our side. And I mean, if we had the power to, we'd really get more sports being played. For me, it's not really about the basketball. I always say if I had to do anything else, I'd still put in the same energy, and I believe it would still be as successful. I did not ever choose basketball. Like I was sure there was no basketball in school where I grew up. It really chose me, and it was, quote unquote, it was a calling. But it would, for me now, when I see the reality, like you're saying in Tonayako, he's just pulled towards the tennis. Do you know that at private schools, kids are forced to play sport? If kids are being forced to play sports, it says a lot. It says the people with the money, they realize how important this sports is. Our kids are not they don't even have the opportunity to do so. And I don't want to lie, that for me is a gripe I'll always have. Because there's a lot of kids who are not excelling as scalar. And they don't realize that sports is just their calling. And as much as they're not excelling in school, you see them on the court or in the field, they are doing some amazing stuff. That's where their star shines. And these kind of programs like ours, I just so wish that we could just have more. Really
spread it up
and not just throughout the country. Because it's a need. It's something that, I mean, trust me, I mean, we've got the new Minister of Sports. There's a lot of promises. However, 12 years, that's 4 administrations. We've had a lot of promises.
Yeah, true.
So it's just that some of them were not in public, like our current guy. And I'm saying this to say I like people that say hold me accountable. Because believe I've got faith ukuthi mhlawumbe kuzoba noshintsho. But I have to say this, the government is not an entity that we need to keep saying if we are not going to do it ourselves. We can't blame them. We really can't. Because the reality futhi ukuthi mabazonceda mina ushakes wedisk angeke bamncede. And ushakes will always feel like banceda abantu babo. Uyangithola?
And so, you know, just to come in the Coach Mo, you know, kulento ishoyo, I always say mina ukuthi noma ukokota abakuthole where you are.
For sure.
You know, where you've got a moving train, and for the past 12 years you have been pushing this train without them, you know, to say ayibafethu mina ngipusha ngafika la. You know, take me from here to there.
There's a person beyangibuza, I think a year ago, ukuthi if it's kanjani awuncede ngama proposal. I know that you won't believe me, some people won't believe me, but till we got someone to do administration now, we'd never written a proposal. I promise you. A lot of the times the entities, companies, brands that see us or that help us, they see our work, that's it. And this, I cannot stress it enough. Abantu always want to be there's a way of doing things. I always say just tune sponsor and I promise you people or the right people will come in and really support what you're doing, because we know there are people that are able to write fancy stuff. But then there are the realest of people, like you know of us because and you're seeing that work. Imagine if we had an amazing social media presence, but the work was not done. You were going to question it good time. So I mean, I believe in just doing the work. And isn't for some amazing reasons. Ziyahlangana, and it's really based on work done.
Yeah. What was that moment or a point where you felt ukuthi lento iyaspan or lento izospan?
The first time when we had like a huge number of kids, it was like one for me because I was still trying to figure things out.
Okay.
I was running business here, media. I did so many things.
Yeah.
But when I realized that we've got so many numbers of kids that are coming, and for me it just clicked. I just connected dots. So, okay, so the hood needs this.
Yeah.
And there's no one else to do this. And there's a reason why I have a history in sports.
Yeah.
And I understand what sports can do for English. Everything else we figure out again.
Yeah.
And that for me was just the moment to say this is going to be big. And also just seeing that like people that should have been doing this, people that have lived from sports or basketball at the highest level, they just did nothing about it.
Sure.
And for me it was like,
it's not gonna be me.
No,
yeah.
not me.
Yeah.
Not me.
2020, you got drafted to coach the under-18s, the national team, in Lesotho. Take us through that process of transitioning from your own baby to handling national affairs.
I think,
also just to mix it up with that question would be, what was the level that you were met with at Lesotho?
So I think it was 2021 because 2020. Okay. So the tournament was meant for 2020, but it was postponed to 2021 because of COVID.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but firstly, being selected there, that was always my dream. If you're playing sports at a junior level or ekasi or even PSL, you want to represent your country. And for me, that was it. And for me, it was also an affirmation to say, you know what, I've done well. Like I told you, I mean, I'm a computer. If I was a player that played as young as I should have started, I'm sure, because that's my nature. Yeah. So for me, it was like, I want to get to this level. I worked my butt off. I earned it. I got there. But when I got there, it was such an eye-opener because now you're playing against international competition. Oof. And let me tell you, that is one of the reasons why even my academy, I went back and was like, as a preparely local competition, man, because the level that we are at as a country, yes, we're not bad. We've got great talent. However, there's a need for the country to collectively, not just the Soweto, but not just Gauteng, the whole country, to collectively work towards creating like a higher level of competition. Because you get there, I mean, there's teams like Angola. Angola has been on top for a while in terms of basketball throughout the continent, from junior Ugia Pezul. And it's been this way. When you hear from guys who've played, they'll tell you from Dala, you know. And for me, it was like, as a coach, this is the team I want to beat.
Yeah.
And we got close, we just didn't. And I understood why, I understood with time. And the reason why we never going to get to this level is because I say Cape Town, I say Durban, I say Jozi, they don't have the same system. So they don't learn the same system.
Yes.
And it's a different situation with those boys. It literally looks like you
could,
that's how they've structured their stuff. And for me, it was really a big eye-opener to say, you know what, there's so much more to be done. And I appreciated that experience because it opened my eyes. It really opened my eyes.
One of your, not success stories as such, but one of the events that have, become a part of calendar, Yase Soweto and beyond Soweto, it's the Soweto Basketball Uprising.
Yeah.
Take us through that and the thinking around that event or tournament. I don't know what to call it.
So we call it a festival.
A festival.
Yeah.
I think
so,
that befits the event. Yeah.
Yeah. So with Soweto Basketball Uprising, our facility where we host this tournament is just a stone throw away from Maurice Isaacson. So on that same route, that's where the March Soweto Uprising started.
Oh yes.
And back in 1976. And traditionally, especially Tina Bantu Pumikas, we've always had a way of commemorating the day, which, we would wear uniform, umachiwe and all that. And it was quite, especially after COVID, there was literally nothing happening. Like, it was le tradition le besnaikas. I say it's just a holiday. And for us it was like, you know what, the best way for kids to appreciate this time is for us to commemorate it through sports. Where we've got teams from all over the country. And even this year we've got teams that are coming in from outside of the country. That are coming to celebrate and commemorate rather this historic time, Nati, through basketball, through this tournament. And so the purpose of the tournament is to say, there's something that happened that is extremely important in the history of South Africa. It happened live Soweto. It happened around this time. And we are using this as a way to get people, firstly, to commemorate, but also to conscientize our kids to say, hey, guys, and this is what we've done every single year since we started in 2019. To say, it's abaphuma ngaphandle, they get to tour Soweto, Bayago Vilagazi, and all the different museums we have. We also have the June 16 Memorial Museum just up the road
from you guys.
So we get to give them that experience to say, because for us it's really the pride of where we are or where we come from. People need to know and understand that there's so much that Soweto can give. But also, history, it is literally the history of the country. And it's something that we then use through this tournament to share with our counterparts who are coming in from different corners of the country.
It's the beginning of the year. How is the program looking for Soweto Basketball Academy this year?
Okay, I'm going to try sound as modest as possible.
Okay.
We've won 3 championships already.
3 championships in the bag already?
Already. We are now, so the first 2 months of the year, normally we play tournaments. So these are private school tournaments that we play. And so we've I think so far it's been a very good start to the year. But moving forward, now the season is about to start. The league season is about to start already. With our seniors have started playing both the Johannesburg Basketball League and the ICSL, which is run by Wits. So the season has really started. And the objective, there's different teams that are playing in different leagues. The objective for most parts of it is really trying to get used to the new system. New system being, I'm traditionally known as a coach. So right now what I'm doing is that I'm allowing other coaches. Some are junior coaches, some are people that have got some very good experience taking over the different divisions and teams. And so far, all the championships that I've won, I was not coaching. So I can tell you, I'm quite confident that the people that we have in place are definitely there, they understand the culture. Some are alumni, former players. Some are still playing in the senior team and are coaching the juniors. So these are people that understand the culture here, to understand what we are trying to do and what the mandate is for anyone who wears the orange kit.
Just because of time, we will be wrapping up shortly. You mentioned one of the driving forces was, for you when you started, was where basketball was. Where is basketball today from when you started?
From where we started in Soweto, firstly, it's literally the fastest growing sport at a grassroots level. And that is a fact. When we started clubs, we had 3 clubs, junior clubs that we had. Right now we've got 32. And this is there's a league that we're running, the Junior NBA League, in partnership with NBA Africa. Where we've got a league, it's an under-14 league, developmental league, which is extremely important. And this league has grown to that number. There's more teams, and this is both male and female, which is something that we take very serious. So I can tell you, just that difference from 12 years ago till now, to have so many teams that are playing, it means that we're going to have even more basketball playing, loving, watching, fanning kids in the next couple of years. If you look at the state of basketball, the country is going to be hosting the BAL, which is the biggest basketball league in the continent.
True.
We're going to be hosting the finals. And this is coming from a very successful conference leg where South Africa hosted the Kalahari conference last year.
Oh yeah, I think I remember
that. It was such a success that they want to bring the finals here.
True.
And basketball is definitely growing. It's where it obviously should be further than this.
Yeah.
But there's more Coach Mo's out there. There's more people that are seeing and realizing that there's so much more that can be done. And more than anything, just the international interest is amazing. The partners that we're getting, we have a deal with Puma, which is something that is unheard of.
Yeah.
And this is just a testament to say that the bigger guns, the people that are really that have the power to make this big, they're realizing that and recognizing people like myself or the entities like ours and whoever else is out there, So for me, I'd say that we might be behind. However, we are definitely further than we ever have been.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much, man. Like I said, on air, off air, I see the work, man. We see the work. It's really amazing because for me, we were talking to Mam Anna of Chem about, just to sum it up, I was telling Mam Anna there lots of things that I was saved from as a Stradin, Ekasi was through his sport,
Sure.
And I was even asking out to Ekasi the last time being Sekasi, hey man, over Umatsipa. So Umatsipa was a coach more for us. He was the Rotmani at Diskine keeping you guys every weekend before his state game, and before you know it, you are in your 20s. Before you know it, it's after college. Before you know it, you've been saved from the whole nonsense that goes on the streets,
For sure.
So keep on doing what you're doing, my brother. I think there's a lot to cover in your journey. Hopefully we'll chop it up maybe up after the uprising, just to give it a feedback how the uprising went, or we can even just visit and see what you do to all the guests that come through. But big up, man. You really are a game changer, and highly appreciated that you could join us today.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So this has been the episode of The Game Changers. Remember, you can catch us on the Podium Zone YouTube channel. Do follow us on the social media platforms. And up until the next one, Ma Africa, Agwande.
Walala wasala, walala wasala, walala wasala, walala wasala, game changer. 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 Walala wasala.
Ever wondered who makes the tough decisions in the world of sports? Who trains the champions? Who captures the moments that live with us forever? Welcome to the Game Changer Sports Show, where we tap into the minds of the people that makes the toughest decisions in the sports. We speak to referees, trainers, coaches, and all the unsung heroes in the world of sports. Join me, Dlamini, the dribbling wizard, Inja, your game, as we talk to these game changers right here on the YouTube channel of the Podium Zone. You can also follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, as well as Instagram. We are the Podium Zone. That's where you'll get your exclusive content. The Game Changer Sports Podcast, the heroes are always off the field.